Hello, and welcome to Soul Synergy Network, where healing begins not on the surface, but in the sacred depths of the soul. This is a sanctuary for those grieving unseen losses, questioning their next step, or standing tenderly at the edge of the unknown. Today's episode, Rebuilding After Job Loss, is for anyone who has faced an unexpected ending to their job and is now searching for a new beginning. I'm Dr. Irma Elisheva Diaz, and today I hope to offer helpful food for thought on how to navigate this difficult threshold, the unexpected, often painful experience of job loss. When a door closes on our career journey, or even just a job, it doesn't just shout to us from our calendars or bank accounts. It reverberates through our heart. Because job loss is not just logistical, it is emotional, it is spiritual, and deeply human. When you lose a role you poured your soul into, whether through a layoff, resignation, or silence, it can feel like losing part of your identity. The rhythm that your day had every single day, the rhythm that it took in your routines, it all changes. The mirror you once looked into, your title, your workplace, your purpose, it suddenly disappears. And you may find yourself thinking, I gave so much. Why did it end like this? Or was I not enough for the job? Or is this just bad luck for me? How do I tell others without shame trailing behind my words that I'm unemployed? Or maybe your job terminated through no one's fault, and it leaves you kind of frozen. The bottom line is there is grief involved in what you are feeling. Grief is the soul's language for love or for something important in your life that has been interrupted. So when you lose your job, when you're laid off or your hours are cut almost to nothing, it can be devastating in many ways. Because when it is said and done, it is not only what was lost, but what was hoped for. Not only what was taken, but what was very important to you. However, there are some realities we should look at. One important reality is that not everyone has a big nest egg to fall back on. When a job is lost, many find themselves facing financial fear. So let me first speak to this reality. You hear others say it will be okay and that you need to look at things with faith. You may respond, I can't afford to see this as a blessing. I have bills. I have mouths to feed. I need a job now. To that, I respond, I hear you. Sometimes people's advice can suggest denial while encouraging reflection of our lives. However, there's no reflection we can have that is complete without acknowledging reality. And the reality is, losing income can shake your foundation. For some, it can make every day feel like an emergency. The bottom line is that it's hard to think about transformation and new beginnings when you're trying to keep the lights on. So let's begin there, not with shame, but with strategy. First, you're not failing, you're surviving. The pressure you're feeling isn't weakness. It's the mark of someone who cares, someone that is responsible, someone who may even pride themselves on their quality of work. And that makes you strong, not broken. Secondly, allow yourself to ask for help. This is not the time to walk alone. There are people, programs, and even side opportunities that might help carry you through this season in your life. Look in your toolbox and use your tools. Remind yourself, pride doesn't pay the rent, but community, family, programs, they all might be able to help. All of us need help at one time or another along the way. All of us. Look into local support. If you have to go to food bank, you go to food bank. Utility deferral programs exist, unemployment benefits, mutual aid groups, freelance gigs, whatever it takes. You're not less for needing help. You're wise for using your tools. Third, this moment doesn't define your future. Right now, you may be in a place of survival, but even in this space, you can begin to plant seeds for what's next. Maybe you'll discover a new skill. Maybe an old passion gets rekindled. Maybe what feels like lack is making space for alignment, for something you never thought possible. And by the way, you don't have to force yourself to feel positive. Just be who you are and partner with your gifts. Partner with who you are. It is what it is, and you can work on it, but you don't push down real feelings while you're going through this. You just have to keep showing up for yourself with honesty, with creativity, with courage, all for yourself. This is the key, showing up. Keep that in mind, and let me pause for a moment before I continue and encourage you to remember that you are human, that it's important to take one step at a time, one breath, one day at a time. Wake up every morning and speak it out loud. Today, I am showing up. Even in uncertainty, provision can come in unexpected ways when you least expect it. That is hope. Hold on to that, not as a promise that it will be easy, but as a reminder that even now life is not done with you. The one who's saying, I appreciate the encouragement, but I'm scared. I've lost my job and I have bills to pay. I don't have time to reflect. I need answers. I need income. I need help. Believe me when I tell you I hear you. This moment is not abstract for you. It's real. It's raw. It's possibly affecting your sleep, your body, your sense of peace. All of this is normal. So remind yourself, you're not alone, spiritually, practically, or emotionally. There are a lot of people right now going through this. You are not the first to walk through financial uncertainty, and you will not be the last. But that doesn't make it any less terrifying. And it doesn't mean your experience should be minimized or spiritualized away, as some people suggest. So let's name the storm, not deny it. You're carrying more than most people see. And right now, you don't just need inspiration, you need strategy. You need support. You need stability. This is a chapter in your life, a hard one. But still, it's just a chapter. So let me offer you both compassion and tools for your toolbox. Number one, as I say with everyone that is grieving, give yourself permission to grieve. Grieve the loss. You lost more than income, you lost routine. Maybe you're feeling like you lost some identity. You lost momentum for sure. And you lost some community that maybe you bonded with when you were working. That deserves some grief. Next, grief is not weakness. Remember this. It's wisdom, making space for you to heal. And that is needed. Many times people want to cover it up. They don't want to allow themselves to feel what it is they're feeling. And they try to cover it up. They cover it up in front of people. They cover it up to make themselves feel better. But that's not the answer. The answer is to allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, because that's going to help you bring strategy. Number two, should the shoe fit, shift from the shame mode to the survival mode. It's not about appearances. It's about what works. Apply for what's available. Revisit what's possible. Look into unemployment, as I said a few moments ago, into side gigs, mutual aid networks. There's all kinds of different things that we can look into. There's no shame in survival. There's only courage. Number three, stay anchored in the present. I've heard it said, worry lives in tomorrow. Strength lives in today. That's a profound thought. You don't have to figure it all out right now. You just need to take the time for the next step. Be present in it today. Planning for the future can overwhelm all of us. It can overwhelm you when you are trying to survive. Your time will come for that. Ask yourself, what can I do right now, today, that will make tomorrow a little more possible? Who can I reach out to today? Not for a handout, but for human connection. It strengthens us. What resource haven't I tapped yet? Because fear or pride got in the way. And then number 4, keep the vision alive. Even now, even when we doubt, when we question, when we feel tinges of fear, there is still a part of us that dreams, that envisions more. Don't abandon that part of yourself. Keep those dreams and goals in your heart. You can hold both things tightly. The urgency of your financial need and the quiet flicker of a long-term vision. They're not in conflict. They're companions right now, especially right now. This too shall pass. It's not just a platitude, it's a pattern. Provision shows up in strange ways. Breakthrough does come after breaking down your thoughts, your possibilities, and your strengths. You might not feel it now, but you're being led, step by step, breath by breath. And sometimes, when life feels the most undone, that's when you are being rearranged for something deeper, more honest, and more aligned with your true worth. Finally, for this portion of those that are struggling, maybe financially, feeling fear, make sure that you connect with us and make sure that you keep in mind that you are fighting, you are surviving, and one day soon, you're going to be thriving again. And if you need to borrow hope today, borrow my hope. I can borrow yours, you can borrow mine. You know, we can do that. I am hoping for you, everyone that's listening. Make sure that you take the time to subscribe, to connect with us, so we can continue this journey together. Now let me go to another portion of your toolbox. Because grief wears many faces. We always have to remember to take the time to reframe our struggle when doubt comes in. We can get through it by reframing the moment. Sometimes things happen mysteriously in our lives. We don't understand why it happened, how it happened. A door closes and down the road, a door opens we never thought would open. What if this door closing is not rejection or bad luck, but what if it's a positive redirection for your life? What if this pause in your life is not punishment, but permission to do something you always dreamed that you wanted to do? Permission to rest, maybe, to reassess your life, to rediscover the sacred parts of yourself that were buried beneath constant striving. This all might actually be true in more ways than we first realized. And maybe, just maybe, it's not only meant to help you recover, but to equip you to help someone else. What if this moment isn't just about getting through, but growing into something greater? In other words, readjusting your lens is going to help. You're not lost. You're between stories. You're not broken. You are becoming. You are not dismissed. You are being recommissioned. Let these truths rise in your spirit. Your value transcends a job title, believe you me. Your purpose is not tethered to a paycheck. Your light is not diminished just because a door has closed. This ending might just be the sacred beginning of what you were always meant to do. This is your invitation to reawaken, to ask questions you were too busy to hear before. What part of me did I leave behind in that role? What strengths did I discover while navigating challenge? What dreams have I postponed that now have room to breathe? Who am I? When am I no longer who I was? How did this happen? This is sacred space. That's what you call sacred space. And it's also transformation. Not just career transition, but soul transition. This is when we stand out with purpose in a crowded world. Yes, this job market is noisy, but your voice, your lived experience, your authenticity is not noise. Here's how to begin rising again. Name your worth aloud. Remind yourself daily. Write it down if you have to. Say it and believe it. Some people feel awkward doing these things, but you can look in the mirror and you can name your worth. You can speak to yourself. Sharpen and stretch yourself. This is your moment to learn, to grow, to evolve. Reach out intentionally. Find allies who affirm your gifts. And speak from the soul. Whether through a post, a conversation, a quiet prayer, don't hide your story. Your vulnerability is someone else's lifeline. That's the way it works. Be gentle to yourself. Be grounded. See potential for rebuilding. This is what I mean when I say reframe your moment. You don't have to rush. You're allowed to rebuild slowly, beautifully, and on your terms. Time to rise, time to get up. Practically, we want to remember and keep some things in mind. First of all, do a financial self-check. Ground yourself. Trim excess. Explore temporary support, as I mentioned a few moments ago. There's strength in strategy. Number 2, update and align yourself. Refresh your resume, your digital presence. Let who you are now be reflected in what you present. Number 3, embrace flexibility. If you have to freelance, you freelance. You volunteer, explore passion projects, give space to what once felt impossible. And number 4, tend to the soul first. A morning mantra might be, even in uncertainty, I am being led towards something good. There's something to be said about having a mantra, especially in the morning, that you speak out. We stretch, we breathe, we speak out what is positive. If you're a person of prayer, you pray. Let your peace lead the way. Becoming again. That's what's happening to us. That's what's happening to you. We become. With every mountain, with every challenge, with every form of joy and happiness, we are becoming. That's our job through our purpose. You may feel unanchored right now, but remember, the strongest roots grow in darkness before breaking through to light. This chapter is not your undoing. It's your becoming. Someday, not far from now, you may look back and say, that moment I thought I was losing everything was the very moment I found what truly mattered. So you're not behind. You're not broken. You're not forgotten. You are being reshaped by grace. This tool to reframe what is happening is key to your wholeness. So as I close today, I encourage you, stay connected. Stay connected. Visit our website, www.soulsynergynetwork.com. Reach out to me on email, soulsynergynetwork@gmail.com. If you see a button where you're watching to subscribe on YouTube, that's very important for us. That's very important for you. Press the button and subscribe. You can subscribe to our database by going to our website, and you can fill it out and you can communicate with us. You're not supposed to do this alone. Many times we do stuff alone that we're not supposed to do alone. You're not supposed to do this alone. You're walking towards something deeper, more honest, and more aligned. So keep all of these things in mind, and until next time, again, be gentle with yourself. Stay rooted, stay hopeful, and always remember that Soul Synergy Network is here for you. See you soon, and God bless.